As the Parliament gets ready for the budget session, which will most certainly be marred by disruptions, activists fighting for a strong anti-rape law are also preparing themselves to be a thorn in the government side. Unhappy with the government's new anti-rape law, which they say is regressive and far from what it should be, they're going to keep the pressure up. How? Well, they've organised a mock parliament session in the capital tomorrow and will be watching the proceedings very closely. The outrage and anger following the brutal Delhi gang rape saw a huge mobilisation on the social media, and keeping the pressure on the social network today, we discuss government's new anti-rape law, all eyes on Parliament. Now, before we introduce our panel for the day, let's quickly listen in to what you, the viewer, have sent us.
I don't think the politicians are really taking any interest into what needs to be actually done. There has been so much of delay in the case and everything. So I think that very strict and stringent rules should be made to punish these people, and very strict laws should be there. And I very much support the Parliament meet that is going to happen tomorrow, and I'm surely going to visit that and put forth my views.
Justice Verma committee has given us an excellent piece of change that we can have, but it should be passed holistically and not a piece according to the wills and fancy of our minister.
All right, joining us in the studio today with us, we've got Shivani Nag. She's a protester and she's also a member of the ISA and will be organising that protest at Jantar Mantar tomorrow. So get in touch with her if you need any more details. We've also got with us in the studio Mrinal Satish, Associate Professor at National Law University in Delhi, and we've also got Rachit Seth with us in the office. Rachit, I'm not quite sure how to introduce you.
I'm an architect.
Okay, he's an architect. And we've also got with us on a Skype call, we're joined by Kasturi. She's a physics professor in St. Xavier's College and a women activist and member of the All India Progressive Association. Thank you, ma'am, so much for joining us, all of you as well. Shivani, I want to start with you. You're organising this big protest tomorrow. I know that you've come into our studio several times talking about how the pressure needs to be kept on. With a parliament in which almost, with so many men and women, so many of our MPs across party lines, across sexes, across genders, making such sexist and misogynist remarks, even in the wake of that brutal gang rape, what are you actually really expecting from them?
Well, they've not just been passing misogynist remarks. Tomorrow, in Rajya Sabha, you'll have somebody presiding who's accused of rape. The leader of opposition has been his defendant lawyer. That, Prasad, what we are saying is, what Justice Verma recommendations was most strongly about is, besides all the technicalities, it brings women's autonomy and agency in forefront.
Yeah.
It gives us a right over our body, and it makes our consent, our agency, the central thing.
Yeah.
Now, if we look at the ordinance, which does not recognize marital rape, it does not recognize consensual sexual activity from 16 to 18. It says that if a police person refuses to file an FIR or does a biased investigation, it dilutes the sentence. It does not still call for a ban for something like two-finger test, which besides being extremely demeaning for a woman, it also makes relevant a woman's past sexual history to a rape case.
Yeah.
So it has completely not just diluted it, but again, taken away the agency and autonomy of women, and which we resolutely oppose.
And Rachit, of course, doesn't agree. He says that we've really come in line with this law.
No, I don't say that. I just say that you can't expect everything from the Justice Verma committee report to be passed in a stroke. You will have to prepare a comprehensive bill.
Rachit, why not?
Justice Verma has.
It was a body that was set up by the government. So why can't we expect
He has
that?
proposed electoral reforms. He has proposed.
No, but just sticking to the anti-rape. Let's just stick to the anti-rape laws. I'm just saying this is a panel that was set up by the government.
There are 22 clauses in this ordinance, and out of it, 11 clauses are in convergence with the Justice Verma committee. This is. And
but
they have already
half.
No. And half, the other half is already in the bill which the government introduced on December 4th, 15 days before this incident took place.
Mrinal, what do you think?
I won't agree with him that the 2211 and the other figures that he quoted, because if it's 11, I've not counted, if it's actually 11, then what's been accepted is the procedural provisions and not all of them.
Yeah.
And those procedural provisions were progressive and had to be accepted. There was no way the procedural provisions couldn't be.
Yeah.
And in terms of the entire framework of sexual autonomy and others, the government has not taken most of them into consideration. And so the ordinance has its own problems. So it really hasn't, it would be not correct to say that it accepted the Justice Verma recommendations. It would be wrong.
Yeah.